Hey guys, very important news today. So, Owen this morning had all his teeth in the front, and now look at him. Show him again. Look at that nice big. Ooh, what happened to your tooth, Owen?
It fell out. Look at my tooth.
What are you going to do with your tooth?
Put it on the pillow, then I get that money.
So, in honor of Owen losing his front tooth, let me see one more time. It just fell out right now. Looks so cool. We thought we would read you guys a very special book about losing a tooth. So let me pull it up. Dinosaur train Buddy loses a tooth. It was a beautiful morning in Pterodon Terrace. Shiny excitedly explained the rules of dinosaur hopscotch to her siblings before Tiny took her first turn on the court. Nice work, Shiny said to Tiny, but next time hop on the other foot. Buddy was next. Shiny, Tiny, and Dawn looked over at their brother. He was gnawing like crazy on his stick. Buddy, you toss your stick, you don't eat it, said Shiny with a laugh. But my teeth feel all itchy, said Buddy. Buddy chewed and chewed. He was surprised when a tooth popped right out of his mouth. Shiny, Tiny, and Dawn circled around Buddy. What? Your tooth? Did it hurt? Buddy was just as confused as his siblings. What happened? Why did my tooth fall out? He asked. Sadly, his pteranodon siblings could not help him because pteranodons don't have teeth. Shiny guessed that maybe Buddy smiled too much and his teeth were tired from all that smiling. That doesn't sound right, Tiny said. Bunny ran to the nest to ask their mom. Mrs. Pteranodon looked at the gap in Buddy's mouth. She told him there must be a reason why his tooth fell out. Let's go visit Dolores Tyrannosaurus in Rexville. She'll have the answer about your missing tooth, Mrs. Pteranodon said. Mrs. Tyrannosaurus is a T-Rex like me, Buddy said. We can ask her why my tooth fell out. Mrs. Pteranodon grabbed Buddy and flew toward the train station. Tiny followed closely behind her. Shiny and Dawn stayed in the nest to come up with new rules for dinosaur hopscotch. As the dinosaur train chugged along through the Cretaceous forest, Mr. Conductor came to collect tickets from all the passengers. He noticed the new gap in Buddy's mouth right away. Missing something? He asked. Buddy grinned a toothy grin. I was chewing on a stick and wiggling my tooth. Buddy told the conductor he wiggled another one of his teeth. Then it came right out. Before he knew it, that tooth had popped out. Why are all my teeth going to come out? Buddy worried. As the train approached the time tunnel, Buddy forgot his fears while he and Tiny excitedly poked their heads out the window. The colored lights of the time tunnel rushed by outside the train. Rexville Station, next stop, Rexville Station. The dinosaur train blasted out of the time tunnel and into an ancient forest. Buddy, Tiny, and Mrs. Pteranodon all waved goodbye to the conductor as the dinosaur train chugged away. Buddy led the way to a clearing in the woods. Moments later, Dolores Tyrannosaurus came stomping out from between two large trees. Dolores was happy to see her old friends again. She bent down to tell them hello. Then, with a powerful roar, she called her daughter Annie. Annie burst out of the bushes and screeched to a stop in front of her mother. She jumped for joy, then she saw that they had company. So, Buddy, are you having fun being a T-Rex? Annie asked. I love being a T-Rex, said Buddy, but I think all of my teeth are falling out. Buddy held up his tooth in his hand for Annie and Dolores to see. Oh, Buddy, Dolores said sweetly, all T-Rexes lose their teeth. They do? Buddy asked. I mean, we do? Absolutely, said Dolores. We lose our teeth all the time, and then we grow new ones. Annie smiled and showed Buddy that she was missing a tooth of her own. Say, ah, said Dolores, leaning down so that her face was level with Buddy's. Buddy opened his mouth for everyone to see. Already new teeth were coming in. I see them, said Mrs. Pteranodon. This is wonderful news, Dolores. Buddy was relieved to have new teeth. Dolores said that T-Rex teeth get worn out from chewing on tough meat and bones, so new teeth need to get ready to come in behind the old ones. She was showing off her fang-filled mouth when she remembered it was time for lunch. Dolores pointed to a heaping pile of carrion. Carrion, of course, is just a fancy old word for meat and bones. I didn't know that. Annie's favorite, she smiled. Tiny tugged nervously at her mother's wing. Do we have to eat it, Mom? She asked. Mrs. Pteranodon opened her mouth to tell the T-Rexes that pteranodons really prefer to eat fish. But Dolores, Annie, and Buddy had already begun eating. Buddy was digging in like a true T-Rex. Dolores told the pteranodons that Buddy's teeth would grow to be as big as her huge claws. What do you do to keep your teeth clean? Buddy asked. Dolores let out a huge roaring laugh. She reminded him that any dirty teeth would fall out to let new, clean teeth grow in. Just then, Buddy caught a glimpse of Tiny. She was making a funny face. I don't want to be mean, she whispered, but Dolores's breath smells. I know, Buddy agreed. I have a hypothesis. Maybe her breath smells bad because of what T-Rexes eat. Sure enough, Buddy's hypothesis was right. He breathed a puff of air onto Tiny's nose. His breath was stinky now, too. It smelled from all the carrion he was eating. Buddy and Tiny giggled uncontrollably. It was time for the pteranodons to head home. On the walk to the train station, Buddy stumbled upon a huge T-Rex tooth. Tiny stopped in her tracks to admire the tooth's sharp edge. Let's bring it home for Dawn, she chirped. Buddy lifted the tooth to his mouth so that it looked like a huge protruding fang. Roar, he said to Tiny and Annie, endlessly amusement. Back on the dinosaur train, the Pteranodon family waved goodbye to the Tyrannosaurus family. Thanks for telling me about my teeth. I feel better now, yelled Buddy. See you again soon, replied Dolores. All aboard! The whistle on the dinosaur train blew loudly as it started to chug back toward Pteranodon Terrace. Tiny noticed that Buddy was chewing on a mint leaf. Why are you eating a plant? She asked. I want to make my breath smell better, Buddy said shyly. Tiny laughed and assured him that his breath was just fine. Dawn asked if he could keep the teeth that Buddy had lost that day. Buddy handed over a tooth that he had lost on the train and a huge grown-up T-Rex tooth, too. Whoa, thanks, Buddy, Dawn said. Now that is a tooth, said Shiny. Someday I will have a whole mouthful of huge T-Rex teeth, Buddy told them. But you'll be a really nice T-Rex with minty fresh breath, said Dawn. Buddy and all his siblings laughed. Roar, shouted Buddy, and Tiny wrinkled her nose. The end. Well done. That was good. Owen would totally not keep losing his teeth. Like, he's going to lose all the ones he has. And then that's it. He'll get one set of adult teeth, just like all of us. We'll get one set of adult teeth, and those ones we have to take care of. We do need to brush them. And you're gonna get some money from the tooth fairy, probably. Owen probably is too. All right, I hope you enjoyed that story. See you later.